Hi, I wanted to show you something about percolation cones. So I learned, like a lot of you, to do my first percolations in one of these great Michael Morse style percolation cones, which you make by cutting the bottom off a Pellegrino bottle. It's the perfect shape, right? So cut it, polish it, get somebody to do that. And the way you control the drip rate, your percolation coming through, is with a cap. So this is what they call a polycone cap. It's resistant to, any kind of menstruum. The cap that comes with these is not so great because it's soft aluminum and kind of a really soft plastic, which are, tincture dripping over that. But these, I think these are for a 16-ounce Boston Round brown bottle, and they fit on here perfectly, right? So that's basically your stopcock. This is your percolation cone. One thing that can be a little tricky with these is you have to put a filter in, right? So that your herb powder doesn't come out. So what a lot of people do is they'll cut a round out of a coffee filter, which works great, an unbleached coffee filter. This is some lab filter paper that we have. So you have your round thing, you fold it again until it's like a quarter. And then you can kind of pop it open and make a little cone in there. And when you're fitting it in, you want to get it a little bit, I probably made that too wet, get it a little bit wet with your menstruum so that it will stick to the sides and you get it down in there. And that part can be a little tricky because you want to get it mashed up against the neck of the bottle, right? And then when you get it to fit, hey, that worked pretty well. You put a little bit of your herb powder in there and you kind of do it really careful so that forms the bottom, right, of where the powder is going to go in there. And so that's a really simple setup. It works pretty well. Another advantage it has is you can set it in. Yeah, how about that? So that's just a quart-sized mason jar. So that's basically your stand for your percolator. It's a little wobbly, but it'll do. But I wanted to show you something else that's even easier to use, and those are open top dropping funnels. That's what they call them. And they're not really very expensive, which is cool. So this is a 500 mil, this is 1,000 mil, right? And you can order them on the internet. Here's my favorite place to get them, hbarsci.com. They're back ordered at the moment, but you can get a whole set where you get a lab stand with some clamps, and then you can, not upside down, you can hold that in there, right? So it's a little bit more equipment, but it's also very stable once you get it set up. An advantage of these guys is you don't need to put a filter in it because you can use a little piece of cotton, which is really cool. So these are organic cotton balls that I got. And you don't even need, your bag of cotton balls will last you forever. Just pull a little piece of that cotton off like this. You dip it in your menstruum that you're going to use to percolate. You squeeze it out, and then you drop it down in there. This is so much easier than folding a filter. It's like some people are really good at folding filters. I'm not one of them. I love this cotton method. You kind of poke it down in there. And there you go, right? Now you can pack your cone. The menstruum will drip through. And if you want to pull it out again, and you're like, how do I get that out of there? You can run water through the bottom. That will generally push it back out. Or you can blow on it. I've done that too. Or you can get fancy and get a tool just for that if you're making a lot of percolations. So I ordered this on Amazon. It was like, I don't know, $12 or something. It's some kind of a hemostat. And I just go down in there and pull that little cotton plug out when the percolation is all done. So if you do this a lot, it's worth it to get one of these. Not super expensive. And the other cool thing about this is it has, instead of the cap controlling the drip rate, it has this stopcock. So literally you can shut it completely and you can open it just the right amount to get the drip every 3 seconds or however often you're doing it, which is really convenient. So, these are fine, the bottle thing, but these are super easy to use once you get them set up. So, the Michael Moore classic lives on, but here's my modern convenience way, open top dropping funnels.